I know I should be worried about my own team because we just lost to the Heat and we choked a big 8-point lead in the fourth quarter to Duncan Robinson and the Miami Heat yesterday, and I am fuming. However, the Nets are a dumpster fire. At least the Warriors, they can come back and make things better. The Nets, I think it's done. I don't know what happened so far, but the Nets are done. They just fired Steve Nash. Kyrie Irving is in a lot of drama, and he scored 4 points yesterday? I swear he got 10 at least in the fourth quarter because he went scoreless into the fourth quarter, which is embarrassing. As your second best player, he was averaging 30 for a game the entire season. I don't know why he got a sneaker now because I think all the things outside of basketball is affecting Kyrie Irving, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate that it's going to be his legacy. I feel like everyone has different point of views, but when it becomes hate speech and promoting hate speech, I am on the side. If you guys don't believe he was promoting hate speech, he was promoting hate speech by putting it out there on his Instagram. He needs to take accountability for that. He did do that. Maybe that is not his viewpoints, but he did promote the documentary, which is wrong of him to do. That is my stance on it. However, going back to the Nets itself are imploding, and I've seen it coming for a long way. I was actually hoping back in the day when Durant, Harden, and Kyrie Irving linked up, they got the big three. With only 1 year of Kyrie Irving hooping by himself, KD and Kyrie brought on James Harden, and I was like, I know this is going to fail. This is going to fail big. And it slowly happened. They got injured. I was like, okay, they can't win a championship. There's no way they could win a championship. They were a toe away from winning the championship. To be fair, they were a toe away. Maybe they would have lost to the Suns, but they were a toe away from going into the finals because obviously they're going to beat the Hawks. But I don't know. From there, it was just downhill. You could see it happening because they were not a lot of depth. They're really bad defenses. They had the greatest offense ever, apparently. They just couldn't stop the ball, and they lost a lot of depth by getting James Harden, which I think was a bad move. I think it would have been great if they just kept Kyrie and KD. Actually, in the perfect world, they kept James Harden and KD, and they had Jared Allen, and they have Karis LeVert. They have everyone else. I think it would be better without Kyrie Irving, in my opinion. That's my opinion. But unfortunately, it went down pretty bad. They just imploded. It was James Harden wanted out real quick. I still don't understand why he wanted out. Did he not want to play for the Nets? He was cool with KD. I'm pretty sure he's cool with Kyrie Irving. So he didn't want to play with the Nets. Okay, that's fine. Just force your way out of Houston to the Nets, lose 1 year, and then move on. And then KD, Kyrie got to deal with it. They don't have any depth. Ben Simmons is not working out. I forgot to mention him at all. Ben Simmons can't shoot a basketball, and that's a shame because he's pretty talented. Everyone said this, but I think he's washed now, unfortunately. And it's ropes. I don't know what's happening in the Brooklyn Nets. I think it's time to implode them. I really thought they were going to do it back in the summer when KD and Kyrie asked for a trade each. Kyrie obviously is on the last year deal, so there's no point unless you get something decent back. KD's probably one of the biggest names to ever request a trade, and you can't find an appropriate trade deal for that. But at this point, the value stays about the same because he's locked down for another 3 years, I believe. So he can't leave anywhere. What can you really get from him? I don't know. At least KD's productive, so his trade value is pretty high still. So in my opinion, I think it's time to blow it up. The Nets, you're not going to win a championship. You're not anywhere close. You're 2-6, I think, something like that. You're not going to win a championship anytime soon. There's no point. Your attendance is low. The lowest attendance in the NBA with KD and Kyrie and Ben Simmons. I mean, you would just go there and watch it just for the drama, honestly. However, it's just horrific what's going on in Brooklyn. So I think, is this Irving's last year or next year's Irving's last year? Either way, you can let Kyrie walk, or I think you just got to make a desperate trade because you got to blow it up. It's over. I mean, you could try your luck at the Wembanyama sweepstate. That's about all you can really do at this point because you can't just sit there on KD because he's just going to eventually just sit there, score 30, lose a bunch of games, do nothing. Maybe he makes the playoff, lose in the first, second round. At best, I mean, that's the best you can hope for. You're not looking at a championship caliber team. You can't get anything from anyone because you have 3 big contracts on your side as well. And I don't think Ben Simmons is close to expiring. At least Kyrie is. So I don't know. And also on that topic, a lot of people bring up Steve Nash, like Steve Nash's fault. He was a horrible coach. Let's not get that past us. We knew Steve Nash was going to be a god-awful coach. But he is not to blame for this train wreck, what's going on. Maybe he could have done something to help it. But obviously, it's probably one of the messiest dramas we ever seen for an NBA team. I don't even know the full extent of it. We don't know the full extent of it, but it looks messy from the outside, so it's even messier from the inside. You know that. You know when Draymond punched Jordan Poole and people were like, oh, it was just a punch. It always happens. And then it was a Superman punch to the face and broke his skull. That was never supposed to be public. And you see all the PR messages on that. Oh, it was just a friendly scuffle. He punched him. Oh, everyone downplayed it until everyone saw what actually happened indoors. Things happening indoors is way messier, and we could tell because it's super petty. Like KD went up. KD is like, oh no, I love going to work with Steve Nash. Even though in the summer he requested a trade and said, hire your general manager and Steve Nash and keep me or I'm leaving. And then they kept Steve Nash and KD. But at the same time, the Nets fired Steve Nash within 2 weeks of the NBA season starting. So KD got what he wanted, I guess. I mean, what does that accomplish anyway? They lost to the Bulls. I was assumed the Bulls was going to win that game. Not going to lie. The Bulls were definitely going to win that game, even though the Nets were on like a 10-point lead at one point. I think 13-point lead or something, right? And I was like, they're not going to work out. Were they on a 13-point lead? That might have been the Pacers game where I watched, where they were down, where the Pacers were down like 16 or something, and they hit like 7 in a row, but the lead was still 10. So I think, but then they got really close in the fourth quarter as they took the lead in the fourth quarter, but they still lost, unfortunately. So I was really hoping for the Nets to be 1-7. That would have been funny. But I got some laughter tonight as the Lakers will be playing tonight. So hopefully they go down to 1-6. That'll be kind of funny. They just go down to 1-6. It doesn't feel good though, because my team is 3-5. Goddamn Warriors. Warriors always drag me down. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, this is a Nets video. Honestly, blow it up. Just gamble. Honestly, just gamble on the Wembanyama sweepstakes, or just try to get anything back. Try to do what Utah did. Utah just blew it up. They said whatever, and they got some decent pieces from it. They got Larry Markkinen, and now he's probably going to be an all-star this year, and probably attendance is super high. You know, in Utah, there's a white man in Utah that's going crazy. Besides Ted Bundy, I don't think Utah's ever seen this craziness for a white man. Oh wait, John Stockton. Never mind. John Stockton's. We do not stand with John Stockton. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys can, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, Klay Thompson's shooting still sucks. Stand by that. Klay Thompson's shooting is ass. Oh my god, why did he cost us another game? I don't know. I don't understand. Curry should be shooting like at least 40 shots. I swear, I don't care if he's going like 20% from the field. Shoot 40 shots. What an idiot. I should be coaching the Warriors, honestly.